the New York Jets, who played 2 primetime games in 6 days and failed to reach the painted area at the end of the field in both of those games. They had a 23-yard Zach Wilson touchdown yesterday that was called back. They had a touchdown pass to C.J. Uzomah that was called back. That was like on consecutive plays, and from that point, they never got close. Now, they almost won the game on a Hail Mary at the end, but we had that happen in September as well when Randall Cobb couldn't get that Hail Mary. So there are a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas for the New York Jets. But the fact is, they're not getting any better offensively. You could argue, even though Zach Wilson and Daniel Jeremiah, Dan Orlovsky made this point a couple of weeks ago, certainly has shown signs of maturity and progression. But the last 2 weeks have been regression. And now you're left with a team that has no answers. And even though friend of the program, Melissa Stark, went on the broadcast yesterday and in the third quarter said they believe Aaron Rodgers, after meeting with him pregame, is set to come back mid-December, which defies all medical science.
That's insane.
It's insane. I mean, make the Mr. Miyagi jokes, like whatever joke you like, it's not supposed to happen. But as we said on Tuesday morning, is he coming back if this team is out of it? And the team we saw last night was a mess offensively. Dalvin Cook, right out of the gate, 3 runs for like 25 yards, and then he disappeared the rest of the game. They have one offensive weapon not named Garrett Wilson. His name is Breece Hall. Every time he touches the ball, good things happen. But all they do is kick field goals. Here's a quote from Tyler Conklin after the game, who almost was able to come down with that Hail Mary. He said, they asked me today, are you okay to speak to the media? And I said, yeah, I'll speak, but what do you guys want me to say? Or rather, expect me to say? That's the thing. It's a broken record. We've got to figure it out. We can't keep going out there and doing this over and over again, letting the defense down, our team down. I wish I had answers to questions about why we can't score in the red zone, why we had a lot of penalties, all those things. But there's really no good answer to give you guys because we got to figure it the bleep out. Question today for you Jets fans right now after watching that happen again last night. Would you have been okay with Carson Wentz as your quarterback last night? Would you have beaten the Chargers with Carson Wentz as your quarterback on Monday night? I'm not suggesting Carson Wentz would have taken you on a Nick Foles-like run as the backup quarterback. But do you think Carson Wentz would have beaten the Raiders last night? Tell you what, I do. If you listen to my guy Ian Rappaport on Sunday morning on NFL Game Day Kickoff before Rich and Jason McCourty called the Colts' thrilling win over the Patriots in Frankfurt, Ian said Carson Wentz's camp reached out to the Jets and they said, now we're good.
Oh, really?
So he went to sign as the backup to Matthew Stafford and will be on the practice field this week in Thousand Oaks as the Rams return from their bye and get set to take on the 6-3 Seattle Seahawks at SoFi coming up on Sunday. The Jets said, nah, we're good. I am not the biggest Carson Wentz fan, but why do they keep pounding their head against the wall with Zach Wilson? I'll tell you why. There's a throw he made in the fourth quarter right before the Hail Mary where he stepped up in the pocket, moved to his right, body twisted, getting hammered, throws the ball up the seam to Tyler Conklin, who makes a great catch over his head, and you say, I know that guy. That's the guy I saw at the Pro Day. That's the guy I saw at BYU. I know that guy. He's my friend. I know that guy.
I know you.
I know you.
Look at the Hail Mary throw.
The Hail Mary throw.
He is on his
Brockman.
run to the left, on 1 foot.
Jukes Max Crosby. You saw the juke, right?
Crosby, he was about to get murdered by Max Crosby. Jukes him on the run, left foot, sidearm,
chucks it 60 yards.
In the air,
Got
60
it there.
yards.
Used the ref as a pick, too.
I know you.
Used the ref as a pick. It was incredible. I don't know.
But once again,
he had a no-look throw that
you're
was
like,
amazing.
You get these glimpses of pro day Zach Wilson, but you get game day Zach Wilson, who turns the ball over, who struggles to make the needed basic plays, and you get the same results. It is a credit to Robert Saleh that this team is in this position, that this team hasn't been torn apart internally. Truly do mean that. It is a credit to you, good man. Garrett Wilson seemed on the verge of tears in the postgame locker room. This team has no more answers anymore. Let's rank the quarterbacks. Who would you like to see play for the Jets next week? All right? Here are your 4 options. Aaron Rodgers is not an option. Zach Wilson, Trevor Siemian, Tim Boyle, or if they had said yes, Carson Wentz. Of those 4, which is the best option? It's Carson Wentz. But, can you look Aaron Rodgers in the eye and tell him we're going to go get Carson Wentz? Is Carson Wentz going to be the good teammate and graciously step aside and not make it awkward? It wouldn't be the same like with him and Foles or him and Hurts. But by all accounts, that didn't go well. It didn't. So is that the reason you said no? Did you think that Wentz was the bad fit, or did you think that Rodgers wouldn't want Wentz? I don't know. Did you see the look on Aaron's face yesterday? Because remember, he's got the headset on, and this is a total out-of-context glance. I have no idea what he was reacting to. But the timing was play call comes in, 3rd and long. Hackett calls something conservative. I think it was a screen on 3rd and long rather than, hey, at 3rd and 18, there aren't a lot of good plays, but rather than try to take a shot downfield, and you see the look of disappointment when they cut to Rodgers, who, again, has the headset on. He might have been listening to a podcast, okay? He might have had Smartless on. I have no idea.
I forget which day Rogan drops.
I have no idea. Never heard it. No idea. But it looked as if he was like, really?
Yeah, he was like, kind of shook his head, too. Kind of like, yeah, it's not going to work.
Not going to work.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.